Welcome back to another update on the Mark IV Golf R32, and as you've probably seen from the description, today we are going to be fitting air ride to the Mark IV Golf R32 rebuild. Now this wasn't actually meant to be happening this early on. The money could have been spent elsewhere if I'm being completely honest with you, but this kit came up at a fairly good price. It wasn't a bargain of a century, but it came with a boot build. So I thought, you know what, that's going to save me a lot of hassle in the future if I can have a ready-made boot build for this car. Anyway, turns out that boot build does not fit the R32 despite being in an R32 previously. Long story. Anyway, I've ended up with the bags and the management at a fairly good price, so here we are. Now I have fitted air ride once or twice before. I'm not the best at it, I'm not a professional, and I will be getting a professional to look over the work afterwards. The one thing that puts me off fitting air ride to, say, a Mark IV Golf R32 is, let me show you actually. So unlike the Mark V platform, there is no pre-drilled holes. Despite these holes being here, I think the previous owner of this car has previously had a strut brace on. I am pretty sure they are not for air ride. In fact, I could guarantee they're not for air ride. So yeah, you have to drill the holes for the top mounts, which look like this. Now, if you buy the kit new, which to be fair, this kit is only 6 months old, but if you buy the kit new, you do get a template in the booklet. I didn't get that, so I've printed it off. You do have to be careful though, because that is the normal print, which is too small. So you have to scale it up to 100%. And that is the correct one. So we're going to cut that template out, hole punch these holes here, and hopefully get it spot on. This is the one thing that puts me off. I have done that before in the past and made a bit of a mistake and had to get it welded up. So anyway, this is the kit. Slam series, I think this one is, which is the better one because the performance top mounts, which are camber adjustable, which I've actually got a set of. Let me show you. So this is a set for my Mark 7 Golf R that I've taken off previously. So this is how the top, well, no, this is how it's meant to be, solid, and this is how they get over time when that bearing goes. And it's just a bit of an inconvenience. Wow, it's a massive inconvenience, in fact, having to drop it, press a bearing in, this, that, and the other, and it happens quite early on as well. And this isn't me having a dig at airlift, not that they're going to see this, but it is a massive problem with these struts. So I'm happy to have the non-performance bags. So anyway, this is the rest of the kit. 3P performance, so which is a really good kit. You can do it wireless or you can do it with a controller. What I mean by wireless is you can have an app on your phone to control it up and down, so that's really good. Got twin compressors, again, really good, so the tank gets filled really, really quick, and they are 444cc, so again, really, really good. And yeah, there's the loom. And it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. You put it to power from the battery, you put it to earth from the car, you do the same with the compressors, you put them to the loom. And yeah, it's pretty much plug and play, to be honest. It's nothing very, very difficult. The difficult thing is making sure that you do the lines correctly. A lot of people, I've had a lot of cars. In fact, that airlift kit that I've just showed you off the Mark 7 was installed very, very poorly, and that is why I actually took it off. So yeah, there was a way to do it and there was a way not to do it. Now, what you've got to remember with air ride is that this is your suspension. If your suspension was to fail, then you could end up in an accident. You could hurt someone, yourself. You know, it's really, really serious, to be honest. And what I've seen a lot of the times is the airlines fitted incorrectly, dangling down, just cable tied to like brake lines, just stupid things. So I've seen my fair share of how not to fit air ride, and I've seen one or two cars that I've had in personally and stripped for parts, built by the likes of Plush Automotive or the install company down in Leicester. And they've been really, really good. So I've kind of got an image of how things should go. However, like I mentioned earlier, I will be fitting it myself, and I will be having it checked over and hopefully having a boot install done for it as well. So I'm not going to talk too much for this video. It's all going to be about installing the air ride, getting it bagged. I am quite looking forward to getting it down on the ground. Another reason for getting air ride as well is because this car is nearly ready for an MOT, and I think it would have failed on the suspension. The suspension is quite rotten. I'm pretty sure I've seen a broken spring as well, so it just made sense. A good set of coilovers now, fetching about £1,000. I actually paid £2,000 for the air ride, which is a very good deal, to be fair. So it just made sense. Just mean that the price has gone up of the build to around £11,500 now. So I will say, before we get into it, go and buy a ticket right now to support. And yeah, anyway, let's get into getting this kit on.
Westy, is that you, yeah?
This is Productions.
What a pain in the backside that turned out to be. Should have taken around half an hour tops. It's taken around 2.5 hours. So yeah, suspension is off anyway, and what you saw me doing there was taking the bottom arms off, because if you remember, or if you don't know, when I had the car in the air in the last video, I noticed that the rear arm was bent. So yeah, look at the state of my hands. So yeah, I've taken it off to replace it, and a massive shout out to Awesome GTI for sending these out on the next day delivery. I've got some brand spanking new forged rear arms. In fact, from the looks of it, I'm pretty sure it was forged rear arms on the car in the first place. But anyway, yeah, so it took so long because, one, this bolt wouldn't come out. I ended up having to take the exhaust off to try and get to it. Even that didn't work, so I had to cut it off, which was a bit of a pain in the backside. And then this didn't want to come out. So as you can see, I took a grinder to that, some heat, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it's looking like a bit of a mess over here. Like I said, had to take the exhaust out and everything. Left the rear shocker in, rear damper even, because that is needed. And when you take the bolt out of the hub for those, they tend to take the threads out as well, which actually someone's done that on the other side, because they've had to use a nut and bolt, as you can see there, instead of just a bolt. So I just didn't want to bother taking that out. That's all going to be getting replaced anyway, of course, as you know, underneath. All the suspension arms and stuff are going to be replaced in due course. But for now, what I need to do is drill those holes for the airlift struts. I'm going to go and cut the templates out, and fingers crossed I don't make a mess of this, because yeah, you don't get many chances at it. If I mess it up, it will need welding over and then re-drilling at a later date. So yeah, wish me luck. And there we have it. Very happy with myself. No mistakes were made. I'm not going to say it was easy, but it wasn't too difficult. So next, obviously I need to put the hubs. Into the strut. On the rear, it's not too bad of a fit. You just put the bag into here, but you do have to take off, I believe, 2 inches of this section here. Obviously I will check with the instructions to see how much to take off, but yeah, that's something I've seen on every car on air ride in regards to the Mark IV Golf R32. So yeah, I'm gonna get a new blade for my disc cutter, cut through that, put the rear bags on. The airline for the rear bags goes through this as well, up through into the boot. So that's nice and out of the way, because normally they'd be running over that rear axle and all that sort of stuff. So that's really good. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with all that and catch you on the other side.
Westy on Productions.
That's one side done-ish. Got the rear bag on, got the new rear arm on. There you can see it there, new bolts as well. I will be changing upper one as well, but I'm just going to wait until I get all this lot powder coated. I'll show you where the airline runs to, so here it is. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but runs through that little OEM grommet there. And then I completely forgot, but you have to drill a hole up here, so that meant I had to drop the rear arm and then get a drill up there so that airline can pass through. It's now 6 o'clock on Saturday. I did want to get this video, actually let me spin this round. So it's 6 o'clock on Saturday, and I did want to get this video out for tomorrow, which is Sunday, of course. Tomorrow, literally, but it's taken quite a while, so I'm not too sure how far I'm going to get. I may try and do some more tonight, and then finish off in the morning, and then try and edit and upload the video tomorrow. We'll see, but for now, I need to go home, feed Hugo, who's flat out on the couch, feed myself, see the family, spend a few hours there, and then depending on how I'm feeling, because I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning even, I'll come back down, get some more done. Hopefully just get it fitted to the point where I can put it back on its wheels, air it out, and then end the video there, but we'll see. Anyway. It is now Sunday. It is currently 5 minutes past 1, and I was hoping to get this video up today. I'm still going to try and get this video up today, so I'm going to give myself a couple of hours, see how far I can get with this, and yeah, get it edited, get it uploaded, hopefully by 6 o'clock. I don't want to do a late one. So far today, I've had my hair cut. I've taken delivery of this absolutely sick, let me show you, Mark II Golf that is currently up on the website. This will still be up when this video uploads, because even if I don't upload it today, it will be getting uploaded soon. Yeah, absolute minter, full respray, VR6 supercharged. In fact, let me show you the engine bay. How clean does that look? So yeah, as you can see, it's had a VR6 conversion out of the Corrado, supercharged, meth injection. This thing is stunning. And you know what? If the winner doesn't take this, I'm keeping it, because yeah, there are my Mark IIs that have no engine or a ceased engine. Anyway, back to the Mark IV. So how far did we get yesterday? We got the front bags on. Well, we got them drilled. We got the top mounts drilled. We got the bags on. I did one side of the rear. I need to tighten up the new rear arm. Got the line put through. So today, actually, I say all, but yeah, all I need to do is do the other side, run the lines for the front bags all the way to the back, which I might just not bodge, but not do the finished product for now, just to get it on the floor, on all fours, and show you guys what it looks like. Otherwise, this is going to be a waste of a video. So let's crack on. So I'm about ready to put the management in now. All the airlines are done to the best of my ability. As you can see, the braided line is there. Then I've secured it at the bottom here, all the way along. And yeah, same on the other side pretty much. All the lines running into the boot. Haven't had to drill any holes. They're going through OEM grommets. So you've got that one there that runs down to the Haldex. I think that one's for the exhaust, or it might be the other way around. Can't remember. You've got the rears here, and then plenty of line. There was a bit of water in the boot, annoyingly. I was wondering what that smell was. I am going to chuck the management in for now. It's not going to be secure or anything, just because it's currently 3:15 on the Sunday, on the day that I'm going to upload it. So I'm just going to pull it in, get it pumped up, get the floor on the ground, give it a quick air out, and end the video there. So just excuse everything you're about to see over the next 5 minutes. I will be doing like a proper video and getting a boot install done and this, that and the other. So for now, let's just plumb it in, get it aired up, get it aired down, finish the video.
Westy Productions.
Hey yo, hoof it.
Right, welcome to my bodged boot build. It still looks much better than a lot of the boot builds I see done by professionals. No, I'm joking. Right, so this is just a temp one. Instead of cutting the lines down, I've just cable tied them because I don't know how much length I need. It's all plugged into the manifold. I just need to plug this in. We've got power going to the loom via this jump pack. The compressor is going onto the loom. The compressor is gone into the tank. Now it is a twin compressor setup, but I've used a second loom that I've got, which is a single setup, so I can just get this done. So here we go. Fingers crossed this works. Ooh, we got some action. We got some action. There we go. Right, so while that's doing its thing, I am going to go in, put the wheels on and get it ready to lower down, literally. So catch me in the next clip where they should be on the ground. So the car's on the ground and we have got a bit of a problem. We've got a bit of a positive camber. That's not how I was hoping it would look. But obviously that's just because of the adjustable arms. So what I'll do is I'll jack it back up and I'll adjust them as best I can. What I should have done really is measured them against the old arms. Well, the old arm, that was okay. And yeah, but anyway, let's jack you up and go again. I just had to show you the aftermath. Look at the state of this. Tell me you work on Mark 4s without telling me you work on Mark 4s. Right, the moment we've all been waiting for. I've got the Airlift app on my phone so I can air it out while getting a good look at it. So, where shall I stand? Shall I stand here? Yeah, let's stand there, because look at that's looking like a monster truck. Right, so 3, 2, 1. Right, so couple of issues. I think we've got 2 bigger tires on here. We are literally sitting on the front arch. On the other side, how we looking? Well, that one's not tracked, so that is the same really. And on the rear, how are we looking? Ooh, that's tucking nicely, to be fair. That is tucking nicely on the rear. So, now these are not actually the these are not the wheels I'm going to be using this for this car, I don't think. If I do, I would just change the tyre width on this one to get it sitting a little bit better. That is a bit of an anticlimax, I think, but let's air it back up. Let's see, how long is it? Here we go. Tell you what, let's get it to like a nice height. Do it manually. There we go. Let's call that ride height. Oh yeah, I put the side skirt on as well just to add to the looks. It's not on permanently, it's just double-sided taped with one little screw on. Listen guys, the car is now on air ride. Bit of an anticlimax, but I'll get the fitment sorted on the next video. But listen guys, if you've liked the video, enjoyed the progress, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Until then, see you later. Bye bye.